call us Hamites, man. And everybody, and there's people that's higher up who orchestrate it. That's the, and we're in the, if you look at it in a carnal sense and a worldly sense, that's the hell of a conspiracy, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you say the white man will do that? Well, he won't take it that far as a chip.
Right. Yeah.
He ain't that crazy.
Right.
Y'all niggas a bunch of Harlem Night ass niggas. Sitting around cracking jokes all day, man. Trying to get the next hustle.
Playing cards.
You know?
Bowling night ass.
Yeah.
Why y'all trying to get this devil covered so much, man? Just proclaim the truth. We ain't against. We only against those that's against the truth, man.
That's right.
Proclaim the truth, and it wouldn't be no problems, man. But you, damn. GMS, they putting out this video, that video. Damn, they doing this, they doing that.
Cursing too much.
Damn, they on point.
Yep.
Damn, what can we say? So you bring out something that either something nobody can prove, or you'll bring out something that a brother had on, or a brother said, which nothing can take away from the gospel, which that's in the scriptures, man.
That's right.
You can't none of us can take away from the righteousness of the gospel.
That's right, brother.
So you doing just like the white man do. Oh, look at this nigga. So now the scriptures ain't valid. You see what I'm saying? Oh, look at that, Jake. Now our struggle is a bunch of bullshit. We just made it up.
Y'all resort to slander.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
And through the spirit, man, a lot of them cats in there are watching the video. That's why you keep on saying that. And I know y'all watching the videos, man. The truth, hey, man. Most High willing though, the Most High's gonna break up that because you can only listen to the truth for so long. You have to make a choice. You know, you go eventually. The people that you monitoring for watching these videos, they're gonna make a choice, man. And you're gonna have to address it.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Verse 24. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their roots shall be rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust.
And that's what we seeing right now. Your root is turning into rottenness, man. You got a rotten, bitter spirit on you, and it's showing in every way. It's showing in everything, all the bullshit that you putting out. So now all that's left is for you to be took out of there, man. To keep going further until the Lord reveal something that you can't be argued. Just like he did with Moses, man, when he said, look, just between me and them, and the ground opened up. That's how the Lord gonna basically do it. He gonna destroy one group over another. He gonna choose one over another. Go ahead. No, let me finish that.
Because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel.
Because it came out of a certain person's mouth. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Matthew 10, start from the top. And 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
Plain and simple, bro. You're gonna get denied. Nobody gonna vouch for you because you put so much time and energy in going against the name, rather than let's come together and figure out what the name is. Like, nigga, we look for solutions, nigga, man. Because a nigga just want something to hang, just want something to argue about. Look for solutions. Then you're a real leader, man. We look for solutions to the scriptures. We don't want to be sitting here arguing about what the scripture mean in that, man. We want to know what the scripture's talking about and profess it, move on, and teach. Go ahead.
Like the chip is one of the more. I mean, what else do you want the Most High Yahweh Shah to do, man? That's one of the more blatant prophecies that we have, man. Like, you know, like you calling yourself a Judite, it's hard to prove that, all right? We know that through faith. But the chip, the mark of the beast, that's one of the most obvious given prophecies there is, man. The only thing that can link up with that on the planet Earth is the RFID chip, man.
That's that main that's one of the main that's like the prophecy to end all prophecies, man.
That's right. That's right.
And you got some shit to say.
Yeah.
The spirit is just revealing that you low.
And it cuts yourself. It's like the market of the RFID chip don't have nothing to do with buying and selling. But then you go to Whole Foods and it has you can pay with RFID.
Right. That's a conspiracy. It's crazy.
Come on, man.
Right. And they didn't come on the news and say and do a big announcement and say it's gonna be RFID chips in your products and shit.
Yeah.
They just slipped that in there, man. And later some people started finding out. So it ain't. I mean, just look. You don't gotta be out here big. Just look for it, man. It's gonna happen.
And
And then you're gonna be shamed.
At least some of the devils know that this shit is coming. They talk about it. I mean, you had Aaron Russo and them putting it out there big time before they killed him.
Yep. And then they'll say, well, that's something that the white man came up with. That's what the Bible said. Another
That's
beast
something
that came up.
he
That's what so
Hold up,
white
who gonna make it? We gonna make the mark of the beast. We ain't got no power. So anything the white man, of course, gonna come up with it, man. Whether it's to do good or evil.
3 blocks. That's the end.
Like the things you niggas harp upon is so easily argued away, bro.
Yes.
It's so easily squashed, bro, and debunked. It's retarded. It's like having an argument with a damn child, man.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. Woman.
Cause y'all getting on that child level, man. While GMS is steady progressing, putting out new material, new revelations, man. Looking at scriptures in different ways, coming out with more ways to profess the truth.
That's right. That's what the prophets did.
Yeah, that's what they
They'll
did.
be talking about the same thing, but they say it in a different way, man. That's right.
That's from all the prophets, man. They were given a lot of them were given the same prophecies, man.
They were the same
And they was described to them in different ways. Daniel got a prophecy 2 different times. The same prophecy was described 2 different ways, just given to him. When you look at the 2nd chapter and the 7th chapter, when it speak about this wicked world going down, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Get Daniel chapter 7. Go ahead. We're gonna switch it up, man, and get into prophecies, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into prophecies, the stuff that makes you mad. And then we're gonna tie the prophecies into you being destroyed.
Right.
Because that's how it works. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
Right.
They are all ignorant.
Right.
They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark.
Right. A dog is there to bark, so the master know what's happening outside. That's your first line of defense. You got a gun in your house. Best get a dog and put him in the yard. Cause he liable to bark before you to let you know, hey, get up and grab the heat.
It's your security system.
Get the gat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you a dumb dog, man. You don't know how to bark. You ain't telling our people nothing, man. You ain't warning of the damn of the wolves that's coming to tear our people's flesh, man. And how do they do that? By propaganda, by misinformation. What is the flesh? This truth. Our nationality, man. So you're a dumb dog. Read that again.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can
Right,
never
because
have...
you comfortable in society, which is the reason why you sleeping to the prophecies.
Yep.
You lying down to the prophecies, man. You saying, oh, we ain't gonna get into that. Oh, we gonna skip over that. We ain't gonna read that. We gonna title the video this, but we ain't gonna really bring out the scriptures on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could add to what you were saying, just like the Roman Catholic Church is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That's the image. That's in the image of the beast.
Yeah.
The Roman Catholic Church is representative of the garment that the the woman had on while she sat on the beast. That's why it said she had the scarlet clothing on.
Right.
Because your garment is what you believe in. That's why I say, Israel, put on your righteous garments.
That's right.
So when they describe the garments of this beast, what do they believe in? We know they really don't believe in shit. But get it how you live. That's what they believe in.
right.
What they take, they can keep.
Yeah, they believe
That's
in
what they really
make up.
believe.
They just make up.
Right, they just make the shit up as they go
that's
on.
Marcus, that's him.
Right. But really, what do all they false religions go back to? That Roman Catholic Church. So when you speak about the beast, the woman that sits on the beast, a lot of these Edomites say that the woman that sits on the beast is the Roman Catholic Church. That ain't true. The garments that the woman got on represents the Roman Catholic
That's
doctrine,
right.
man.
Right.
Okay, and the woman represents America. The beast represents NATO and their whole system as a whole.
Right.
Because when America go to war, who they carry with them? They carry all these other nations with them. Britain come with them. France might jump in there. But they all act like they different people when something else comes up. Oh, we can't get together to do good, but we can get together to do wickedness. Go ahead.
It says, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter.
Right.
And that's what they do.
That's what Nate is doing, man. The better you mesh in with this world, the better it makes it for ICU. Right. And we can make more money, get more followers. Anytime you got a bunch of women cackling and laughing along with you, man, you ain't doing something right.
Either gay, you gay,
Right.
or homosexual, or you denounce your manhood. You hate other black men. That's the only time you can really attract a black woman, man. That's the only real time you can, or unless you just tricking, man.
What's this going on, man?
Hey, but that's why we looking towards the end of the world, which is why we bringing out this prophecy, man. We ain't leaving our people dry, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Daniel
Sitting here talking, because if we just sat here and talked about Nate, what the hell would everybody sitting here listening know? Nothing, because they don't know who the fuck you is, man. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions on his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. And four great
Everybody got
beasts.
the B sign? Go ahead.
And four great beasts came upon the sea, divers one
Hey,
from
the
another.
four great winds is talking about is the kingdoms that was going to come up and they was going to go down. And they was going to rule in great power, wickedness, and all, and so forth and so on. Read that part again.
And the four great beasts came upon from the sea, diverse from one another.
Right, because they ruled their kingdoms different than one another. Even though they all adopted and incorporated the same gods. The same different, get that God. Where's those fake gods?
Right, it's over there. It's over there.
Yep, and the waters represents the people.
That's right.
I got it.
So even though they all passed down their gods and gave them different names, they ruled their kingdoms in different manners. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
Right.
I
Now,
beheld.
when you go into that, what that's talking about is the lion represents the Babylonian Empire. When it had wings, it represents the Assyrians.
Right.
When you go into Genesis, I think it's the 9th, 10th chapter, it talks about how Cush came up first, Babylonians. When you're looking at that region, and you look at the Assyrians, and the way Nineveh was built in relation to Babylon, they carried the same gods, but they were the Assyrians, which belonged to the nation of Shem. You see what I'm saying? Read that part again.
The first.
So, yeah, going back to what it was saying, when it was an eagle and it had wings, it was the Assyrian Empire. When those wings were plucked, it got took down, it became the Babylonian Empire.
Verse 4. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked,
Right.
and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and as a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had three ribs in the mouth, in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
Right, and this kingdom it is talking about is the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, and at the time it rise and devour much flesh, they had to take down the Babylonians. Okay, it was prophesied they had the writing on the wall when they were in there partying with all our stuff that they stole at the temple, and the hand came up on the wall and they were took down the very same night. So that's what that scripture, that's what that prophecy is talking about.
Verse 6, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads.
And the leopard is the Greeks. And the reason why it's a leopard, because the leopard is known for its swiftness. Because it strike fast. It hit quick. That's fast. And the four wings that it had upon its back were the 4 generals that Alexander the Greek passed down his kingdom to, split up his kingdom to when he died. Go ahead.
The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth, and devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Right, the residue was all the, now that's talking about the Romans. The residue that it stamped was all the other nations surrounding it that it taxed, man. It went in and it pillaged them, it destroyed them, destroyed their army, and it put them on the tax. Okay, go ahead.
And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
That's right. Give me
Revelation 17.
I think I was looking for Maccabees. Speaking about why it was diverse.
They had one. Yeah, they had.
I got Revelation 17.
Read that part again.
Verse 7, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. It was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were...
Right, now he beheld the horn, which came from the Roman Empire, and then he said there came up from it a little horn, man. Now this little horn that it's speaking of is the time that we're living in now. And that little horn is different from the little horn that's spoken of in Daniel the 8th chapter. Because Daniel the 8th chapter, that little horn is speaking about a man. Okay, Antiochus. This little horn is speaking about a kingdom that was going to rise. Okay, go ahead.
Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
We're seeing that happening right now. That's that little horn. We living in that little horn, man.
I didn't mean that. Holy cow.
So it's Maccabees chapter 8, verse 3. And what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold.
Right, this is what Rome was doing. But this is specifically talking about Spain. That's what it means when it stuck the residue with the feet. It took all its resources. It put them basically in bondage, man. But it left them to serve and worship their own gods. Okay, that's why I say it was diverse. Because kingdoms before forced you to worship their gods. Okay? By decree. Go ahead.
Which is there, and that by their policy and patience, they had conquered all that place.
Right, by their policy and patience, they did things in a whole different way. Before, It was mainly brute force.
Yeah.
But what it means by their patience, they took more thought into what they did. Okay, how we gonna take this down? Like they do now, man. Their think tanks, how they sit down and think about how they gonna go and take over a place, man. And that's what they do.
Right, yeah, and that's why you have the example of that with the Trilateral Commission. You have the example of that with the EU,
Right.
You know, the Council of Foreign Relations. You know, these are those think tanks when you go to the G8,
Tavistock Institute.
you know, all that stuff, man.
They have a term, if I could say, called incrementalism. That's the so-called Illuminati call it. They just move real slow and real methodically before they to carry out their plan.
Because why do they do that? Because they teach their sons, man. They know, look, if I die, my son gonna pick up the pieces. They don't give a damn. They ain't even no rush, man. You see the Rockefellers, they old as fuck, man.
Yep.
They know if they die, the next Rockefeller gonna take it and carry it on, man.
Or
Our
somebody
people
that
don't have
married
that
to the
same
family.
thing, man. If I die, my son don't know what he don't know. Who knows what the fuck gonna happen to my son if I die?
They're real serious about that bloodline.
That's right. Go ahead.
Though it were very far from them, and the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth.
That's right. Hey, they scoffed at the kings, man. They scoffed at the kings, like the little horn we about to read about. Go ahead. That's all I want.
Start at verse 9 on it. Go back to 18. Daniel 7 and 8. And I considered the horns to be, and behold, there came up among them another little horn before.
Now, why was it little? It said that his time was going to be short. It said that he was only going to rule for a short space of time. This time, once the 1,000 years were expired.
You got that little season.
The little season. Go ahead.
Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
Right.
And behold, in this horn were my eyes like of a man, and a mouth speaking great things.
A mouth speaking great things, because once they came to and built up the Western world, they flipped everything upside down.
They the Jews.
Right. They said that they the Israelites. They said that white is right. Gay marriage.
Yeah.
They took on our legacies and put them on themselves. Read that part again. They had a mouth